record. Hello, and welcome back to Cooking and Crafting with Margaret and Mia. Now we are going to finish up making our wreaths that we started making earlier this morning. First, Margaret is going to demonstrate how to make the different attachments that you can use to create your magnificent wreath. So I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, thanks, Mia.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull my laptop down so you can see.
Okay.
This is 5 inches in width.
Mm-hmm.
And I take my deco mesh because I don't like cutting a lot.
Okay.
And I roll it around.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, I'm almost at the end. You get the idea.
Yes, we get the idea.
And then I cut it.
Mm-hmm.
Hard trying to cut for the camera. And then that'll give me my separate pieces. And when you have the whole roll, you can just keep winding around for 10 inches. So you don't have to measure out 10 inches at a time. It depends on how big you want your roll. I only want 10 inches, but if you want it bigger, then you can make one of these. And all it is a piece of cardboard, and I wrapped it in duct tape so I can use it all the time. I've been using this for like a year.
Okay. And Margaret and I have made wreaths before, so I have mine. I need to add duct tape. I haven't added duct tape to it yet, but as you can tell, it's just a simple piece of cardboard. And you can also use it to cut ribbon if you're going to include ribbon on your wreath. So I did the same thing, and Margaret taught me how to cut the ends of the ribbon. Is there a specific name for this, Margaret, or do you just cut it out?
I think it's dovetail. Dovetail or dovetail.
Okay, so this is what I did earlier. I cut out, I did red, green, black, and gold. And as Margaret told us earlier, I attached mine, but I used a pipe cleaner. And since I didn't like the white of the pipe cleaner, I added some ribbon. This is some Kente cloth ribbon, and I put that in the middle. Do you want to show them yours? Have you connected yours yet, Margaret?
Well, I'm going to show you now to roll it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to show it to roll it now. So once you get your, I'm sorry, I was trying to read the screen and I don't have my 25-year-old glasses on so I can see.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so you roll it. My 25-year-old eyes, I can't see. So you roll it.
Uh-huh.
And then you get your other piece.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to roll them pretty tight.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I did, I took 2.
Okay.
And I crossed them.
Mm-hmm.
And all I did was I cut mine in half.
Okay.
Because you don't need the whole piece.
Mm-hmm.
So I have some already cut in half.
Mm-hmm.
And then just twist it a little bit and leave some that you can tie onto your wreath.
Okay.
So that's what I did. And I did actually the whole roll.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure how much I'm going to use. And then the way I'm going to attach it to my wreath form is the outer 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to go in.
Okay. From the front.
From the front. Thanks, Mia.
Okay.
And I'm going to go to the crossbar. Secure it in place. And I'm going to twist it on.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do the same thing. And I think you showed them your pile this morning. So this is my pile. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Yes, we can see
And
it.
so I'm going to transfer some of that to the main table so that I can use it. And I just wanted to show you guys my pieces. I did not cut as long as Margaret's. So my wreath is going to have a little different look. It's going to be like pieces of ribbon and mesh that are tied and placed on to the form. So it's going to have a different look from Margaret's. Margaret's is going to have a more of a curly Q look, but I think they're both suitable. It's really what you like. So you have to decide which style you would like to use.
And one thing that I'm going to do to make sure that with my wreath, I'm alternating the top two bars, and then I'm going to put it on the bottom two bars. So there's the top two, and then the next one is going to be on the bottom two. Then I'm going to do one on the top two and one on the bottom.
Okay, well, I will do the same thing. Does that give it a fuller appearance?
That's what I'm doing, yes.
Okay.
I'm going for a fuller look.
And we just do that all the way around?
Yes, just do it all the way around.
Okay.
Now on mine, because I'm going to attach my silhouette face, I am not going to put mesh all the way around my whole wreath. I'm only going to do like 4 of them.
Okay.
We'll see. We have to see. Again, this is trial and error since I've never done one of these before.
Yeah, and so this is how mine is beginning to look. It has a really playful
that's
look.
Pretty with all the colors.
Thank you. I love yours as well. And so while we continue to work, I'm going to share my screen and show them the other items that you and I painted earlier.
Oh, great.
So you all will remember that I am using hope in the middle of my form. And so it was a 2-step process. I first painted the green H, then I painted the red P, and then the gold E and the black Africa. So this is the first coat. And so as you can tell from the first coat, it's still a little thin. Then I came back with the coat, and this is how it looks now. I think it turned out really pretty, but it took
That is pretty.
And so what I did is as I painted each one of them, I would cover up the other letters with a piece of cardboard. And so that's how that turned out. And this is my Africa. So I wanted the Africa to complement the Africa that's inside of Hope. So I painted it black as well. Margaret, as you all will remember, she painted her Diva brown. So this is how her Diva looks. Can you all see that? Can you see the Diva, Margaret?
Yes, I can see the Diva, thanks.
Okay, so this is is that the second coat?
That's the second coat. I had to put 2 coats on. And the piece of wood at the back, it's just a package that I actually bought that had all these wood squares in it. I wanted to, the form doesn't have a neck. And since I want to put a big bow on her, I'm gonna do hot glue and then E6000 and attach the little piece of wood. Mia, can you show the next picture that has with how I painted her brown, the piece of wood brown to match the silhouette?
Sure, it'll take a second. Let me pull that one up.
Anyway, so I'm gonna attach it so I can put the big, a big bow underneath. And I started making the bow, and I'll show you guys how I'm going to continue making the bow once I attach some more deco mesh to the wreath. I think this is so much faster, Mia.
It's much faster than that first wreath that you and I made. I think we'll be able to do the whole wreath on camera.
Well, that's because we did the whole wreath at the same time, sitting down instead of doing the mesh earlier.
Okay, so you want me to show them the picture where the bottom piece of brown wood is also painted?
Yes.
Okay.
See, and that's what it looks like so far. And I only have like 10 pieces of mesh on.
Wow. You have really done that quickly, Margaret. That looks so pretty. Okay, it'll take a minute for me to get that. I emailed that to myself and then I will show them. While we're waiting, I can show them a box, just how it looks when we have a pile of it. I will pull that up as well while we're waiting to receive that email. Okay, so this is my pile, and as you can tell, I have a combination of the different colors of mesh, and then I also have the mud cloth ribbon that we showed you all earlier. So this is just a pile of the different, I don't know what you want to call them, Margaret. Are they just sections, or what is the proper terminology?
A bundle is just a bundle of mesh.
Okay, so this is the pile of bundles of mesh that I have. And this is how they looked. In this box, it shows you how they looked before I put them together with the pipe cleaner. So now I'm going to stop sharing and check my mail to see if I've received the picture that Margaret sent me.
Oh, Mia, you're spending so much time doing that.
I'm trying to keep working as well.
I know. I had to see where I left off because I was doing it upside down. Maybe that is a good idea, to turn it upside down so they can see how I'm just twisting them on the bottom.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There's really no rhyme or reason to doing them. You can do it however you want to twist them on. Like if you forget and don't do the top two and then the bottom two and alternate them, because by the time you get them all on, you're not going to be able to tell.
Okay. Can you see, Margaret? I'm sharing the.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So do you want to tell them about that one?
Yes. So I just painted the brown piece of wood at the bottom, the same color, and it's called, the color was real brown. And I'm going to attach it to where her neck is. So I'll be able to glue a big ribbon to match her bandana.
Oh, okay. That's beautiful. I love it.
I want to move it so we can see. See me and look already.
Oh, wow. That does look like gold. Blonde. It looks like blonde hair. It's beautiful. I love it.
Okay, one thing that I need to do too is, because of the hole in the middle of the wreath, I have to add this mesh in. And the way I'm going to add the mesh in, and I've already cut it. And so I'm just going to put it in the middle.
Okay.
And use these zip ties.
Okay.
To attach it to the wreath.
Okay. Is that difficult to do?
No, it's not. I just, look, I just need to push all the mesh back through
Okay.
to find a place. Let me turn it this way.
Okay.
So all I'm gonna do is go through the bottom. And I'm not gonna secure it because I'm gonna move it around until I attach it on all four sides.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I can't see yours. Oh, that's pretty.
Thank you.
I have to go get, look, I had to go get my readers. Did you giggle at me?
No. Never would I giggle at you. Okay, I'm getting close to the end. How about you?
Oh, wow, you're fast.
No, I'm not fast. I'm just running out. I don't want to have to make. I don't want to have to make any more. So I'm trying to stretch it, Margaret. It's amazing how many of these you have to put on, and when you
Oh,
have
yeah,
it,
because you
yeah, when you have it in a pile, it looks like a lot. But then once you
remember,
start putting it on the wreath, it's not as much as you think it is.
no, because you want it full.
Mm-hmm. So that
You
you
never
can't see
know
the
how
wire.
much it's going to take unless you're doing the exact same wreath you've previously done. Okay, so I just use the zip ties to attach the mesh so I can put some in the back. And now that I have it secure, I'm going to tighten the zip ties and go on and cut them off.
Okay. That's so full and beautiful. I have to kind of see if I'm going to go all the way around and then add the thing and put it in the middle, or if I think I'd need to go all the way around.
Yeah, go all the way around before you add your,
And then I'll
your
put it in the
centerpiece.
middle.
Yes.
Yeah, I have some more pre-made pieces, so I will go ahead and add those. Pre-cut.
Now I'm just adding some mesh to the very center.
Okay, to make it fuller.
To make it fuller.
It's so beautiful. I love those curls. And I'm gonna have to do one like that next. I've always wanted to make one like that ever since we watched that video together when we first,
Yes.
when I first started making them. You've been making them for a while.
And I did let me get it. out of the 21 inch.
Mm-hmm.
I did use the same way that I cut the one earlier. I can cut one, and I made it long.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to try and see how it's going to turn out. On the end, I'm going to do this whole section in the 21 inch.
Okay. Is that going to be her hair?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put her silhouette face in here.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to cover up here too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be the back of her hair coming out of her
bonnet,
her bandana.
Okay, that's going to be beautiful. You're so creative, Margaret. I haven't seen one like that before.
That's why I said we're going to see how it's going to turn out. So all I'm doing is doing the same thing, and I'm attaching it to the wreath, and I'm going to alternate it for fullness.
Okay.
I can't tell. Can you see what I'm doing? Because
Yes,
I'm looking down.
You're just pulling it through the back, but folding it down.
Yes.
Kind of folding it in half, I guess you could say.
And it's difficult because of the meshes on the back.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe next time I make one of these, I should go on and I'm gonna if I'm gonna give my diva long hair, I should attach it first.
Oh, and then do the other part.
And then do the middle.
Yes.
One thing too is I hope we finish so we can put them up tonight.
Yeah, I might end up just making one and just put this on my front door because I don't have a seasonal wreath on my door right now. I think instead of putting this on my office doors, I can make one and put it outside on our house, our front door. I think it would be beautiful on the front door. I'd love to showcase it to the neighborhood.
That would be pretty. One thing, see Mia, look, this is going to be her long hair.
It's beautiful. I love it.
But one thing I did,
has highlights.
One thing I did too was, now what I did was I used the same 5-inch and to make 10 inches. So these are 10 inches, but then I made these 5, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the same mesh and put highlights throughout her hair in this mesh.
Okay, I can't wait to see it.
Well, let's see how it's going to turn out. Look, that's what I thought about.
Oh, I just can't wait. I'm sure it's going to be beautiful.
Look, we're gonna see if her highlights. And maybe look. Hopefully, we don't say, Margaret, you need to take those out.
Well, I'll be honest with you, but I think it's going to be beautiful. I don't think we're going to need to say that.
And I'm just picking different places within the wreath to add them.
Okay.
And I know we said we're going to finish off camera. So they don't have to watch us make the wreath the whole time. But before we get off, I want to show how I'm going to make my big bow.
Okay.
So this is what it looks like so far. And see the little highlight?
Yes, I see.
The highlight.
I love those highlights.
Here's her. Let me plug up my hot glue gun.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm glad she's all dry. She's dry now. So I'm going to, okay, so I'm going to give her some lips. I haven't painted on her lips yet.
Okay.
But I painted this the same color brown, and I'm going to attach it to the back.
For a neck.
So you won't be able to see this.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to put a big bow. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to make her bow.
Okay.
So I pre-made some. I can tell you how many inches it is, but what I did was I just looked at how wide the piece of wood was because I wanted to cover it all. And that's how I measured it. My ribbon, and I'm going to take this red ribbon.
Okay.
And look, let me get my finger protectors on.
Oh, yes.
I always burn myself with hot glue.
Me too. I'm so glad you introduced me to the finger protectors.
I'm messy with hot glue, and some people are so precise and they never burn themselves, but not me, and it hurts so bad.
Well, mine is kind of, it's starting to come together.
Oh, that's pretty, Mia.
As you can tell. And so to connect mine, I'm going to use some, I guess, pipe cleaners. Was that what you would suggest?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So do you have did you plug your hot gun?
No, I'm not. So far, I'm not going to use it.
Well, how are you going to attach your centerpiece to it?
I'm going to use pipe cleaner. See, it's already kind of sitting in there to show them.
Oh, okay.
And I'll go back. I can go back later and use some hot glue. So that's that one. While you're doing that, Margaret, I'm going to get the silhouettes to show them how they turned out.
Okay.
I'll be right back there in the garage.
Okay, so the way, it's really easy to make a bow. There's several different ways. This way is really easy. All I do is take my hot glue gun. Uh-oh, it's not hot enough, but it's coming out. And take the other side of your ribbon, and I press down on it. And the reason I have so many finger protectors on is because while it's still wet, I pinch it together. And then it'll stay like that, and it's easier to form. And you'll see what I'm talking about when I put my bow together.
Okay.
So there's 4 red pieces. And then I pre-made 2 of the printed ribbon. And I have to do 2 more of the longer one. And I made the red longer than the printed ribbon, so it could stand out behind it.
Okay. Okay, and while she's finishing that up, I will show you all how the silhouettes turned out. So as I told you all, I have 3 children. So I made 2 boys. And then I have a daughter, so 2 boys and 1 girl. And the next time we meet, I will have a picture. I'll take a picture of where I'm going to put them in my house, and I will show you all. How's it coming, Margaret?
It's coming on good. I really like that, Mia. I love the cute little Afro puffs.
Yeah.
For the ponytail.
So these are really cute. Very, very cute.
Look, did you have Afro puffs in your silhouette in your mom's house?
No.
When you were in elementary school?
I had a little pigtail in the back, but I didn't have Afro puffs. I like this one. It's really cute with the Afro puffs. I think the children will really enjoy this. I'm gonna put it in what we call the Hall of Fame.
And then I cut, there you go. And then I cut a smaller piece to put in the very middle of the bow.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna do the same thing, use my hot glue gun, turn it over. And there you go.
Nice.
So now I could, look, now I could take these off.
Okay. And that's the good thing about hot glue is it sticks, it has a rapid stick versus other glues. You sometimes
Yes.
have to wait a few minutes until they actually stick.
Okay, and the way I'm going to attach it is I'm going to take a long piece of this tinsel that I did not cut in half,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to take all of my red ones. And again, the reason that I pinched them together when they were when the hot glue hadn't solidified was so that I can pinch it together and put my bow together.
Oh, okay.
So this is gonna, so I'm gonna take all 4 red pieces on the bottom. And I'm gonna crisscross them.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna get another one. And put it in.
Okay.
Sometimes it can be a bit much to hold all of this together at one time. So I'm gonna go on and wrap it around one time before I start with my colored ribbon. You just play around with it to make sure they're all equal width or length. Uh-oh, I played around with it too hard. It came apart. So I just twisted it, I think about twice. And so now I'm going to add the colored ribbon on top, the printed. So I'm going to do the same thing. Squeeze the middle. I'm going to make an X. I'm going to add one more piece. Last one. And see?
It's beautiful.
The bow.
I love it. I love it already.
And then I'm going to attach it to my red bow. Where'd it go? There it is. It was hiding. And then I'm going to put this little one that I made in the middle. So you can't see it. And I'm going to pull it around to the back.
Okay. It's beautiful.
And again, you're just playing with it to get it in, because now I'm tucking the very end of the tinsel into the tinsel on the side so it won't come out.
Okay. How did you learn how to make a bow like that?
Watching, of course, some video. There's so
Okay.
many different ways to make them,
Mhm.
because a lot of times I'll loop them in my hands, but sometimes it's really hard for people to learn how to do it that way.
Okay.
So this was just an easier way to teach you how to do it.
Well,
And then again, because it has the wired in the ribbon, then you can, you know,
fluff it out.
again, play with it and fluff it out.
Okay, it's beautiful. And I've actually purchased bows that look like that. So it's nice to know that you can just make them at home.
Oh, definitely. So, and I don't, so it's gonna go.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
On the bottom.
I love that.
So Mia, do you want to continue making the wreaths?
We can go ahead and pause. We're getting ready to take a dinner break. And then once we reconnect, then we should be done with them. We'll be able to show them the final product.
Sounds good to me.
I'll see you in about 30 minutes.
Sounds great.